was surprising, I think, to all of us, definitely to me, when researching, like, there's all these firms that are, devoted to father's rights or, a man's attorney. And there's no equivalent, in Columbus, in Ohio, or across the country for women. There's no wives attorney. There's no mother's law. A woman might think that they're the only one thinking these things. You know what I mean? I'm the only one who's worried about X, Y, and Z happening if I file divorce. And maybe that's a barrier to filing divorce. I think part of it is this fact that there are men's law firms and fathers' rights law firms. And so that just the fact that that service exists almost validates the thought of, hey, I think the courts are going to screw me over on visitation. Look, there's a whole industry to preventing me from getting screwed over in my custody case just because I'm a man. And because that service exists, it kind of, it validates that concern. And maybe does the opposite for the woman's concern. There is no woman's law firm. There is no mother's rights. There is none of that. And so I think providing that gives, I hope, anyway, it will give some confidence that, or some, reassurance that you're not the only one thinking it. This is a problem. Yeah. And you're not alone in being concerned about the future. You're not alone in, maybe I shouldn't get divorced because there's no way to chart my life going forward. And if there's a service that we can provide, and if that can help people pull the trigger or get out of a bad relationship, whether it's, just physical abuse or emotional abuse, or just you're just over it and you don't want to be there anymore. I mean, those are all perfectly reasonable, perfectly good reasons to not be in a marriage anymore. And especially with kids, I mean, any of those reasons are probably negatively impacting your kids. And so get out and make it better for them, or just for yourself. I mean, you're allowed to do that. It's not selfish. No. And so hopefully by creating this service, which again, I'm shocked that there isn't a women's divorce firm in Columbus, there isn't a women's divorce firm in Ohio, and there isn't one nationally doing it. So many people come in just kind of terrified by the prospect of getting divorced, and just that, this fear of change is almost paralyzing. And you know what? I'm just going to stay in the marriage because I'm too scared of what it's going to look like to come out. And it's super interesting and super rewarding to see over the course of a case someone transform. Yeah. You come in terrified about finances. We do all the discovery. You start to see the picture. You start to see how it's going to work, and slowly you get your groove going again. You're like, I can make this work. And and then by the end of it, you have a house on the lake with your toys, and and you're dating the pool boy or whatever, because you know that it's going to work.
Or your equivalent of that.
Or we have pool, whatever. And so and so it's right. No shame whatsoever not knowing.
And I mean, I really think that for a lot of our clients, it's such a big decision, and you're so brave just by deciding that you're going to break up a marriage and that you're going to come see us. I mean, I am astounded I'm very inspired by these women. It's a hard decision to make, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and it's a big step. And just making the decision to come talk to an attorney and decide that you're going to make these changes in your life, like, that's enough for right now. Let us take it from here. Let us do the rest. You coming to see us is a big step. Yeah. I don't think that can be understated.
Yeah, I think that's what, in addition to legal advice, is another service we provide is just providing knowledge and options. We give you the knowledge of what is there and what you can do with what's there. So I think that is helpful and comforting to a lot of women. And once they get that knowledge, and once they get those options, they leave so much happier.
And that's the line on our website that I'm very proud of is, once you become, once you're a woman, but once you become, through whatever legal process, a wife or a mother, certain rights get, you gain certain superpowers through the law of what you can do. And, when you're out there in the world, you're thinking about getting divorced, you're scared, you don't know that you already have all of these options, and you already have all of this strength and this legal power you can use to create the new life that you want. So definitely coming in, like Katie said, one of our things, yes, we're there to give you legal advice, but we want you to know what your choices are. We want you to know what the law is. We want you to know, hey, these are the different issues I should be thinking about. and not relying on us, but knowing that I know what the law is, I know what I'm entitled to, and so you get strengthened. So again, it's always so gratifying seeing someone learn, like, hey, that's not separate property. That, hey, that is mine. I can get it, and he's been lying to me for all this time. And so when you start saying it's all mine, you can just laugh at him after that. It's like, no, I'm going to be all right. And so it is a cool job.
And it's true whether it's, a completely and totally toxic relationship or it's a relationship where it's just not working anymore. Watching these women gain confidence is the best part of this job for me.